Right guys, this is Martin, Chris and Barry of De-Evolved. We're currently on a little outing today, visiting RAF Greenham. Looking forward to it, it's going to be a good day. That's a proper right there.
Okay. Has it been explained to you why this building's here?
Yes.
The fact that in this era of the Cold War, when this building was built in 1985, it was the 501st Tactical Missile Wing were here operating their cruise missiles, which, as Dan was explaining to you, would go out into the country, hide so the Russians wouldn't know where they were. On that basis, it was thought unlikely that the Russians would try and destroy this base using nuclear weapons. More likely they would want to disable it so they could, in due course, inherit it as a usable military facility. There weren't many 2-mile runways around, so it was a valuable asset possibly. So on that basis, then they had to have some safeguards against chemical or biological weapons. And the main people that would have been using this would be the base commander and his senior staff, because they were the ones that would be seeking approval from the Prime Minister and the President of America to launch missiles, get the codes, and therefore transmit those then to the various bases which have been established by the cruise missiles somewhere down in Salisbury Plain. So that's the importance of this building. So it's not got a great capacity, but that's what it's for, it's a specific use. So you've come in here and you've got your warfare suit on, you've got your helmet, goggles, respirator, hooded cover and all the rest of it, and you're contaminated. First thing that will happen is that they will get rid of the contamination in this room, which you've brought in through the open doors and everything, and they will blow air through until it's clean. These doors here being shut, remember. So they would blow air through until it was clean. You could then move on to the next stage where you could either now or then take your respirators and headgear off so that you can at least have some semblance of being human. You will then go into this room here, and if you'd like to go in and congregate down this end. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, down this end would be showers and hoses. The best way of getting rid of contamination that they learnt in the First World War, where poisonous gases were used, was water and plenty of it is the best way to reduce the amount of contamination on people and their clothing. So there will be shower heads here. They've all been stolen. Lots of houses in Thatcham and Midgham have got nice shower heads. And they would be thoroughly hosed down. As you pass by, you'll see Doris, who's got the suit on, and the headgear will be taken off at this point. So you're all very wet, and you've got your suits on. You then step across the threshold here, Okay, so how are you doing, young man? Good? Okay. Now, this container here has got Fuller's Earth in it. Fuller's Earth is well known to gardeners as a material. You may think, well, not my gardener. It's also very good as an industrial cleaner. It's a naturally occurring clay with various minerals in it, and it's used for degreasing equipment. It's not a tile compounder or phase brow, unless you've got a contaminated phase. So that's what it's used for, Fuller's Earth. And they will clean themselves down with pads to get the contamination off. They will probably ask their friend to get that awkward bit on their back that they can't reach, and they will be clean. They are being spied upon by people in the windows, and when he's satisfied he thinks everybody's had a good go. And he won't be in big groups like this. He will unlock this door to get a green light and to go through. Somebody could please hold the door for a minute. I don't know what's in that cupboard.
Not a matter.
If you'd come right in, please, and can you shut it carefully, because it's very heavy. Take it. In this room we get more Fuller's Earth. Now again, you're not going to be a big group. This will be for officers, and they will clean their sidearms with more Fuller's Earth in here. So that's what they would do here. And then they would move to the next room. It's all about rooms.
Yeah, definitely.
If someone could hold open that door, please. Keep clear of the door. Right, you've still got your suit on. What happens in here? You take off your clothes, all your clothes, and whether you're men or women doesn't matter. It's military, you're at war, serious stuff, and you will be showered from there. Your clothes will have gone into this chute here, down into there, into that room there, where they'll be burnt, destroyed. So you then have now be clean. Showers. The man in there checks if little boys are clean behind their ears. So you're now clean. So you can now, on the next stage of being civilised and going. So you can come into this room here, where you look here in clean clothes or clean kit. Right, so in here there'll be clean kits. They've done a deal with Marks and Spencer's, and you've got rows of trousers and shirts and all the rest of it, all different sizes. You will pick up anything you can, and you'll wear it and you'll go. You're still not free to go, you're still on red arrows, but you'll go through there. When you go to get in there, you will see that there are some blue arrows, and they will take you off to the right, and that's if you are going out again. You will pick up a new suit. That room where you saw the mannequin is where they will collect clean suits and then go out again, basically through the door the other side of the mannequin and out through the entrance where you came in. So they've done a big circle. If you are the base commander, the colonel, you will turn left here and go into the control centre. So that's you done, basically. So you come through here. Okay, this is the sort of nerve centre, if you like. This is where a man who may be just a non-NCO, non-commissioned officer, will sit, and he is in total command of this building. He's the captain of the ship. He can open and shut doors, he can give permissions for people to move through or not, and his words are obeyed without question. You will hear a ticking sound. It's not a Geiger counter. This building had nothing to do with radioactivity or any nuclear threats. It was all to do with chemical or biological warfare. And it's when that ticking stops, you know that there is an issue to be dealt with. It's the reverse of an alarm. People tell me who work in various establishments that you get used to it, you don't notice it. When it does stop, you do notice it. And that's the whole point of it. So that's where he sits, and there's his 1983 chair. We think. Okay, so if you'd like to follow me down the corridor. So normally nobody would come past this point. The base commander would go off there, but nobody would really have any reason to go up and down here because it goes to the plant room. In there is where all the sewage and all sort of nasty stuff is dealt with, and in there that leads into the command centre. This leads into the command centre, which had all the maps, the telephones, the communication system. Remembering he's managing not only this base, but the emplacements of all the cruise missiles, which are out somewhere in Salisbury Plain. Exactly where, and as I think Dan will tell you, you wouldn't find them if you look. Well, not with the technology that we had in the 1980s. So if you'd like to come into the plant room, slightly sloping floor, so go around to the right. Okay there. Come right in. This is the plant room that runs the building. All the systems in here are duplicated, so there's two of everything. If you look at it, the air intake is processed by two fans. If you look here, you'll see two sets of levers. You'll see any number of filters to clean the air that's coming in before it's distributed. So everything here is duplicated so that if anything fails, they can switch over or to maintenance. Now, if the Russians decided that they wanted to get rid of everybody in this building and destroy it, they could bomb it with napalm. Napalm is a very sticky material that gets dropped from aeroplanes or other means and sticks and burns. You can all see a picture of a little Viennese girl running down the road, burnt with napalm. So it's very nice material. What the controller down there, the flat controller on the very old chair, he will close all the dampers on the roof, which means there's no air coming into the building. And that's why there's a bank of oxygen cylinders there, which will keep the building running for about 6 hours. What happens after 6 hours, we don't know. Well, I mean, you know, war will have happened.
Yeah.
So
the guy at the control centre back there, how long would he spend doing that?
he probably has shifts. I mean, they probably have sort of normal shifts so they can focus on it.
Yeah.
So this building is actually exactly as it was left 30 years ago. It's sort of time capsule in a way. We're fortunate that it's been preserved. It's Grade 2 listed, and I think there are only one or two facilities, and I don't think there are any the same as this. Quite important that it's kept. It gets opened by permission of the Greenham Trust. Once a year they're allowed to come in here on Heritage Open Days. So that's why we're open this Wednesday. So if you found that interesting, thank you. We are a charity, so volunteers are running this whole weekend, so appreciate anything like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Click the circle to subscribe, and why not check out one of our other videos?